Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
They're fresh. They're smarter than you think.
Kyle, so during your 2 months there, when new people rolled in, did they ever come and like not start at the bottom? Like if I jump in there and I've got big tattoo that says prison in an arc across my chest and whatever it is that
prison.
Yeah. One of my favorite YouTubers has that tattoo, and I didn't make it up. but yeah. 23 in lockup. I forget what it is, but anyway, yeah. Do people roll in and they're obviously like experienced prisoners, and they're like, oh, don't.
Yeah. Not only that, they roll in and they already have friends there.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up. You walk in, you're like Charlie.
Like, I saw it happen.
With him or Charlie. Like
whenever Block got there and became my cellmate for a short time before he moved to another cube because he knew people on the other side of the dorm. They had been in Atlanta together, so they had been in the Atlanta camp, and now they were transferring to the Alabama camp. And they knew each other from there. They're like, yeah, what's going on back in Atlanta? This and that. A lot of them who had been there before knew each other because they were all doing so much time, 4 to 12 years and shit like that. So they just knew each other and they recognized each other. So yeah, they sort of started out and like immediately got a job. Immediately they had privileges and like, oh, you need, like it took me like 4 days to get shampoo. Mm-hmm. At least. I'm washing my hair with this bullshit made by deaf people soap. I'm brushing my teeth with a toothbrush that was made by a guy with a wooden leg or something. And I have no way of getting anything better. But these guys, it's like, oh, yeah, let's get you some Colgate, motherfucker. They're hooking these guys up right away because they know them and shit. Mm. Yeah, for sure. They started out at like a level 3 prison RPG character.
It's not fair. Some people are just born with advantages.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they had all their perks. They had
there's so many jokes.
Yeah, they already had their Daedric armor.
They're starting out with fucking Daedric armor. Dude's got a fucking magic rings, magic necklace on. His smithing is already at level 100. He can repair any of the ebony armor, whatever he needs. He can
make chanks.
He can do several of the dragon yells, whatever they're called, the Fura, Su, or whatever the fuck.
Fusroda.
He knows them all.
He's
got everything. He's all set. He's already got a house in Whiterun. He's good to go.
He's got a house in Whiterun.
Was there like an overarching like a mob or like anything that you could be like this? You could point to that body of people and be like, they're the ones in charge of the entire prison.
Just black people in general. They didn't really have an organization. They just black people in general. I would say it's about 75-80% black people, and then it's white people are definitely the minority. And it didn't seem like there were a lot of young white people. Mostly old white people there, and mostly young black people, yeah.
Do you think that it was? Do you think that that's mostly based? Do you think that they're like the age discrepancy is based off of like where the judge is setting them, or like because you said that prisoners or people get to decide like, hey, I'd like to transfer in 18 months. Do you think that like these people, like the old white dudes, were just like, I want to go back to where I grew up, or like what? Why do you think there's a?
I don't know. I just noticed that a lot of the white guys were 50 to 70 years old. Like a lot of them were
70.
Yeah, there was a guy who was like about 66 years old. We called him Mac. He had served in fucking Vietnam, I think.
Holy shit.
He had.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he was 66, 67, something like that, and he could barely walk. He had to use a walker to get everywhere, and like he couldn't go get his own food and stuff. And
how long had he been in?
9 years, and I think he had like 2 or 3 more to go.
Damn.
What was he? Do you know what he was in for, or was that just
bribing? It was a bribery thing. But I'm sure the fact that he got so much time would suggest to me anyway. I didn't ask that he had priors of some kind.
Yeah, priors. Yeah. I mean, so is there like some level of respect that people have, or not respect, but like generally like you don't just beat up the elderly, like was there any like limit that
everybody was real nice to him. Snow would actually make that guy food or bring that guy his meals from the cafeteria every single day. That guy never had to go to the cafeteria because Snow would go to the cafeteria, bring that guy his personal meal, Snow would, and then Snow would cook himself something. So like that guy was getting Snow's meal every day.
I was surprised when you were talking about how just not going to the cafeteria and cooking for yourself is an option. Like I would have thought that they force everybody to eat from the cafeteria and there's a designated meal time. And I'm basing all of this on the episodes of Oz that I watched.
Yeah, there definitely is a designated meal time. You know, they call you and it's like, you know, afternoon meal is now being served. Afternoon meal, last call for afternoon meal. Dining hall is closed. And you're like, fuck, I didn't hear the first. I didn't know it was open. Tough shit. Are they listening? You know, there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is 6 a.m. Then lunch is 10:30 a.m. and then dinner is 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., something like that. And food's fine. Food's fine. I don't know. It's cafeteria food like from high school.
Was it on a previous PKA that we found the prison recipe book, or was this something that I'm misremembering? If I didn't,
maybe so.
Here...
You know, while I was in there, I was you know, I'm a bit of a entrepreneur, so I was thinking like a commissary cookbook. That is a money making idea.
That's a good idea.
I'm assuming that since none of you remembered this was something that I did at Pentagon. This guy was like, I'm a published author. So I looked up his name and his book, and he literally had a commissary cookbook of like how to make like apple cider, and it was like 3 like Mike's like hot tamales with like hot water, steep it for like 20 minutes and like pour it in with this hot cocoa kind of shit. But yeah, there's like a bunch of like convict cookbooks.
Yeah.
That these guys had.
I thought I had come up with an original idea, and then, you know, I would be in contact with Kitty, like telling her what to send me and what to buy to send to my house. It was just waiting on me when I got out, because I had all these things that I was planning to do when I got out, and I still do. You know, I got an ice cream machine. I don't know. I really wanted some ice cream when I was in there, so I got an ice cream machine. I made some ice cream yesterday. I got a bread machine.
Hey, homemade ice cream is great.
For some reason, when
maple
you said
walnut
that,
is amazing.
I pictured your house now being decorated with the soft serve machine. I'm like, he did, motherfucker. You know, like you really wanted ice cream.
No, it's a big Cuisinart
Like a
electric
bread
thing. You
maker
press a
size
button and go.
We have
it's
one
very
actually.
A little rock salt in there.
Why
No
wouldn't
rock
they let
salt.
you
No.
Get
rock
ice
salt?
cream from the commissary.
There is ice cream in the commissary, but you know, I was on a diet in there. I was trying to lose as much weight as I could, so I was just eating. I ate 366 calories a day is what it averaged
Kyle
out
lost
to.
35 pounds in 2 months.
Yeah,
You only lost you only ate 360 calories a day?
that was the average.
That's insane. I mean, like the normal diet calories is like 1,500 calories a day, Jim.
How
Yeah.
did you not? I'm sorry. So, like, what food are you ingesting that is only 360 calories?
Well, there were a lot of days where I didn't eat, and that's what I'm talking about, the average. Then there was a day where I ate like 3 bowls of chili, and that's 900 calories. That's crazy.
No, you spoiled
That's
yourself that
zany.
day.
A bag of chili is only 300 calories, and then I'm putting stuff like sriracha and jalapenos and salsa, and all of those things are super low calorie foods. Like that's like an extra 60 calories when you put
Wow.
sriracha,
That
jalapenos,
probably helped with
salsa.
your bathroom time, because for like 2 straight months, you probably had the tiniest little poops.
There were points where I was so worried about my constipation that I thought I was going to have to tell somebody.
I know the woman who can help
How
with
long,
this.
what were your breaks between poops? What was that like? Like how much time?
You won't believe me.
No, tell me. What
I
was
won't
the biggest
believe you.
break between a shit?
Like 15 days.
Yeah. That's
You went 2 weeks without shitting?
Over 2 weeks. I was worried. And when they do the medical like checkout, she asks, have there been any changes in your bowel movements? And I'm like, nope.
Kyle, 15 days is incredible and superhuman.
it's for that same jaw surgery that I had way back. I was on an all liquid diet for 2.5 months, and that's exactly what happened to me. I no calories, and I would shit like every 5 or 6 days, and it was terrible.
You lose a lot of weight?
That's nuts.
Yeah, I lost a ton of weight. I lost like 25 pounds in 2 months.
I was so worried.
terrible.
I was so worried. I thought like
Shit,
I was
15
imagining this shard of shit inside of my intestines that had hardened and could no longer make the turn. And it was just, like I was imagining like the handle of a baseball bat that had been broken off, and it was like 18 inches long and as stiff and as hard as a rock, and it was just. And I was just imagining, and by this time I had gotten
Wings
prunes.
planted this thought in your head.
Yes,
The shit turns
yes, he had. I was thinking
sideways.
about wings and Gangster Grandma the whole time, and I even bought prunes and Raisin Bran, and I'm sitting in bed eating dry Raisin Bran and washing it down with as much water as I'm trying to make this like laxative. And now but nothing happens for 3 more days, and I just ate a whole bag of Raisin Bran, and I'm like, that was a lot of calories. I really just wanted to go, and then I ate a whole bag of prunes. And I'm just like, nothing. And I'm thinking, like, when I go, it's going to be scary. It's going to be like a lethal weapon.
Keep flushing.
They better not try to rape me. They're going to lose their dick. If they if they loosen this turd rocket up, they're going to be impaled, and I'm going to be in here for murder. Mr. Myers, we understand you murdered a man with a shit weapon. Is that true? That's what it says right here in the court document.
Your Honor, there's no way he could have known that it hardened into such a sharp shape inside. This is not a cognizant bowel construction of shit. It was merely happenstance. What was the shit like after the 15 days?
It still wasn't. I was like, that's not it. That can't be all. I was like, that can't be all. I was like, it's. I think I just like that. That was just like the tip of the bat. Like that can't be all of it, because I was literally imagining the scenario in which like this turd would start coming out, and I was gonna have to wrap my hand in toilet paper and grab it like a rope and start fucking
just pulling it out.
Because that's what I was mentally picturing that was inside of me. It had been so long. Like I wasn't eating much, but here's what I did. I was like, all right, in the last 15 days, I've had 5 bags of chili. They are 12 ounces each. I've had 1 bag of cheese rice. I've had a bag of prunes and a bag of Raisin Bran. And I'm just picturing what that looks like on a table. And I'm like, that is in my asshole right now. And at some point, it's coming out.
Did you ever think like, I'm running all day, like maybe most of it's just being turned into energy?
I don't think that's how fucking science works.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works either.
I mean, it kind of is. It kind of is. Like if you're burning more calories than you're bringing in, then you lose weight. That's what happens.
You don't burn, but some of it is waste product. You know,
some of it is waste product. Absolutely, yeah. Well, so what happened? What happened at the end?
I eventually like took some big shits, and I got regular, so that I was pooping every 3 days. But I never had like a daily poop because I was eating so little, and I was.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.